Hello Pisces, welcome to this reading. We're going to be taking a look at the current energy for the sign of Pisces for the week of June 6th. Now Pisces, do keep in mind that this is a general reading, so take the messages as they resonate, drop the ones that do not, and also check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. All right, now I do not offer personal readings, so I will not send you a message. Do not get scams. Let's go ahead and get into this reading here for you, Pisces. Now I am using the Gilded Tarot as well as the Kipper Oracle deck. There are links to all of these decks in the description below, as well as a link out to my Instagram if you'd like to give me a follow there. I'd also ask that you hit the like button and subscribe, as it really does help my channel grow in a big way, and it ensures that other people who may need to see these messages have an opportunity to see the messages. All right, let's go ahead and make sure we're all set up and in view here. That looks about good enough to me. We'll put this right here and also take 3 Kipper cards to clarify as we go along. All right, Pisces, wow. So I have to tell you, as I put these cards down, I was like, are we going to get all 5 cards as major arcanas? But no, we have 4 of 5 cards being in the major arcanas, and that's pretty big, you know, in a reading like this. Well, remember, we always go through and we clarify with more cards, but this is just your first 5 cards. And so you're going through major life themes at this time. This is, there are big changes. I do have to say there are changes on the way for you here, Pisces. There's no doubt about it. And these are, it feels like a culmination type of energy. Like you are coming to a culmination point in your life here. And, you know, when you go through those points in one's life, it's like these are not small things, right? Like think about, there's like this interesting image in my mind of like my high school graduation, which I'm not going to describe, but the point is, right, you take not only 4 years of high school, but you take like K through 12 and then all the way into middle school, or yeah, the whole K through 12, right, from kindergarten to 12th grade. It takes all of those years to graduate from high school and to move on to the next phase of your life. That's a culmination point, right? It's a big energy that really only happens one time in one's life. That's what I feel like is coming forward here. Even though we don't have the world energy, this is it feels like the word culmination is coming into my mind. So let's just dive into this some more here. You have this very interesting combination here of the Temperance card in the overall situation with the Death card next to it. I'll talk about that more as we go along. But this Temperance card in your overall situation is really a nice energy of healing, balance, patience, harmony, all of those sorts of things. This person's also performing magic. They're performing alchemy here as they're moving the fire and the water in between the cups. And, you know, this card can bring something significant into your life as long as you balance something out, okay? It is a card of soulmates, but it only allows a soulmate to arrive as you create harmony and balance. If you are unbalanced in your life, there will not be room for that situation or that soulmate to enter according to the Temperance card, okay? Remember, you have free will. You can change any aspect of this reading, but just something to keep in mind here. There's a culmination point. There's something turning around here in your life. In the past, you have the 6 of Swords and the Strength card. So the 6 of Swords is a card of transition, right? It's a card of going to a new place. And really, the 6 of Swords person here is ready to leave the 5 Swords behind them. The 5 Swords is a card of loss, a card of defeat, and they're done with that. Okay, they're done with that, and they're saying, you know what, I'm going to get in my vehicle here. In this case, it's a boat. I'm going to sail forward to something that is better. They're going to sail forward to a timeline that is more in alignment with where I want to be in my life. And what's interesting here is you've done this in the past here. This has taken a lot of strength. As you have the Strength card, this has taken a lot of courage. The Strength card is Leo energy. But this person is, you know, having courage, right, in one's life. And the Strength card also represents overcoming some type of internal obstacle as well. Having the fortitude, having the confidence as well to do this. So, you know, strength, confidence, power is also kind of energy associated with the Strength card. And again, it's like, you know, when you decide, you know, those moments in your life where it's like, if I could just get started, You know, how many times have you said to yourself, if I would have just started yesterday, I'd be a day ahead of where I am today? Well, it's like for this person, they could stay at the dock and just look at the boat, or they could get in the boat and they could go forward. Getting in the boat requires this strength energy. It requires you to overcome whatever limitation is internally being placed on you. This person's going through the dark. They're sailing through the dark. They don't necessarily see the way ahead. They don't necessarily know where they're going yet, but they know they're going somewhere. And that takes a lot of willpower and courage to be able to do that. In the future, you have the Death card and the Hierophant. So the thing is, I'm not concerned. I'm never concerned about the Death card, because if you really research the Death card, it's actually a positive card. It's Scorpio energy. Scorpio really is an excellent sign of being able to sort of take something, for example, that is small and transform it into something big. And the Death card is a major card of transformation. Again, big energy, right? Big. The Death card's not like, oh, I'm going to change my diet tomorrow. That can be a big energy, but it's more like I'm graduating from high school tomorrow. Remember how I gave you that example in the beginning, right? It's a big change. It's a big transformation. I'm moving into the new version of myself here. I'm leaving home, right? Type of energy here. But what I love is, in this reading, you have the Temperance card next to it. The Temperance card, number 14, comes after the change and the transformation of the Death card, indicating that, yeah, change is hard, but eventually your situation turns around, because the Temperance card can represent healing. It can represent kind of harmony in one's life. And so, you know, transformations are good, but they can be challenging. The Temperance card says, have no fear. Whatever challenges are coming forward through the transformation, that will be healed, that will turn around. And it will take you onto a path that is, you know, ultimately going to lead to fulfillment in one's life. You have the Hierophant as well. The Hierophant is really potentially mentor energy. Pisces, if you have Scorpio in your chart, you should take a look at the Scorpio reading. There's a big energy of mentors. But the Hierophant can also be, it's like Pope energy. It can be anything that is traditional. It can be organized religion, but it could also be like the place that you work, especially if you have a 9-to-5, the organization that you're a part of, like maybe you go to a weekly meetup or whatever. It can be energy like that. It's like grandfather energy. But it's interesting here because, you know, maybe some of you are taking the road less traveled. Maybe some of you are taking an untraditional approach or a nonconformist type of approach to a situation here. And yeah, let's see what else we have. Let's move up the pyramid here. So you have the Six of Cups, you have the Four of Swords, you have the Eight of Swords, and you have the Seven of Swords. Okay. So a bit of a curveball being thrown here, but nothing that you can't handle. Because remember, we have this Strength card here in the past. The Strength card is, like I said, fortitude, power, courage, and overcoming some type of obstacle, ultimately. Well, there is an obstacle here being sort of cast onto the reading. The Six of Cups is something from the past, okay? It can bring up memories of love, memories of the past with the Six of Cups. It can also refer to like past life contracts that you sign before you come into this lifetime. You have to be really into that type of thinking. You're probably at least open to it if you're watching a tarot reading. But, you know, there is something here from the past that you have spent time thinking about sailing away from. It's like you're standing at the harbor, you're standing at the dock, and, you know, maybe what's preventing you from stepping into the boat is the situation of the past. Okay, you're looking to heal from this in a big way with the Four of Swords and the Temperance card, two major energies of healing. And the thing is, this past situation here with the Six of Cups is showing up as interference in the future. You can see the Eight of Swords. You can see that this person's blindfolded. However, this is about self-deception or self-deceit or self-defeat or self-limiting beliefs, because you have the Eight of Swords, which can be all of those things, but you have it combined here with the Seven of Swords, which the Seven of Swords, it can be somebody who's like, you know, backstabbing. I see it come forward often when people are gossiping. I actually don't get that for you in this reading because it's combined with the Eight of Swords. The Eight of Swords is something that you are doing to yourself. Okay, the Eight of Swords is not anybody else's energy. This is something internal that is coming forward as a blockage. And you have this here with the Seven of Swords, which this could be self-deception. Instead of somebody deceiving you, you deceiving yourself. Okay? It can be, it can ask you to come up with a strategy, but I feel like that's not even it either. There's something here around letting go of the deceptive thoughts that may be running through your mind, I feel like saying. Let's go ahead and see what else we have here. Let's go ahead and take a look at these Kipper cards. Okay, so you do have community, message of concern, and bad health. So, I mean, listen, there could have been bad news that has come in here for some of you. I'm not forecasting this. I'm saying that maybe this has happened already because you have this. First and foremost, I need to tell you that this bad health card I typically read as the health of your thoughts or the health of a situation. Like maybe you're in a relationship that's unhealthy, or maybe you're in a friendship that's unhealthy. And I think this is probably more about your thoughts here because I've just spent time speaking to you about the Eight of Swords, Seven of Swords combination. And you have this message of concern here as well. That is potentially news being delivered that is a little bit challenging. And so it's almost like, sometimes somebody just rejects you. And I'm just using this as an example. You get rejected, and that has an effect on your health in like a sort of adjacent way. Then you have this community card as well. It could mean that something's going on. Maybe there is somebody maybe there is a little bit of gossiping coming forward. I wasn't really feeling that initially, but Seven of Swords community, that could certainly be happening here, especially because you have a card that I like to many times refer to as a workplace situation. Let's see what else we have. All right, let's just get some more details here. So you have the Empress card, another card that can be associated with healing. You have the Hermit, and you have the Three of Swords. Okay. Well, if you feel suspect about somebody and the way that they are and the way that they're acting, you may get news that your suspicion is validated in the future with the Three of Swords. I don't like to throw those messages out here, but I feel like this is less about your like physical health, just to be clear. I don't think this is about ailments, physical ailments. This may be about emotional health, right? Because look, Three of Swords, Seven of Swords, not going to sugarcoat it, especially with the community card, is not a great combination. Okay, that can be somebody who is backstabbing, deceiving, not being honest, situations like that. The Three of Swords is a card of separation and heartbreak in one's life. The thing is, this may not be romantic for many of you. Okay, this might be like, as you have the Hierophant here, again, this could be gossiper. Okay, this could be colleague energy, for sure, as you have that community card with it. There's no question. Well, it depends on where you are, right, in this reading. Okay, it depends on what you're dealing with in your life here. But would not be surprised is what I'm saying here as these cards are stacking up together. The thing is, and this is what I need to tell you here, Pisces, that's somebody else's stuff. Gossiping, that's somebody else's energy. Okay, that's not your stuff. So let the dogs bark, Pisces. All right? And if somebody is behaving in that way, what you can do is you can maintain a high level of vibration. You can maintain a high frequency for yourself, and that can really help you move forward. The Empress card is like mother energy. Mother will, obviously the mother archetype will nurture their children back to health. And so you can view this Empress card as a card of healing, especially when it's in this diagonal here with the Four of Swords and the Temperance energy. Definitely feel like some of you are healing from a situation. And then you have this Hermit card as well, which is you maybe going down the road less traveled. As you can see the road here in the illustration, I like to say that is the path of the sage. This person is becoming wise. You can see by their gray beard, and they're kind of alone with the universe, alone with their thoughts. Let's see what else we have. Let's move up the pyramid here. So you have the Two of Pentacles, and you have the Seven of Cups. A little bit of confusion here in this connection. Some of you are a little stunned, confused, in awe, struck by whatever is going on here, shook by whatever is going on here. Seven of Cups, Three of Swords, Seven of Swords, Hierophant. It's like, whoa, I thought, you know, like, why did I get double crossed here? Like, I thought we were clear. I thought this person and I were cool. Type of energy. That may be on the table for some of you. The thing is, this is a change that's showing up that's probably necessary. Okay, Two of Pentacles is a change in one's life. And it comes when you're sort of weighing an option or weighing a change. Again, this person here, going back to the example, standing on the dock. Should I stay where I am, or should I jump in the boat and start sailing forward? And so some of you are going back and forth. You're standing at the dock here. Okay, some of you are deciding. Let's see what else we have. At the top of the pyramid, you have the Page of Wands, way out. You may have a way out here. All right, there may be a way out of this situation if this is resonating with you, particularly if you're here and you work in an office. Page of Wands can be a job offer. You may be moving, you know, making a positional change or changing, you know, your job or something like that. It is interesting. There's this statistic that people who change jobs every 2 years are, over the course of their lifetime, earn more money. And so there are benefits to sort of testing the waters. And the Page of Wands that could certainly be the case for some of you here. Yeah, I mean, look, you have this Wheel of Fortune, which is a really nice card to find in this reading, because the Wheel of Fortune's like perfect alignment. It's good fortune. It says favorability is your favorability is being increased, and it can bring about luck into your life. So it's almost like maybe the wheel is aligning for you here to go from standing in the dock to getting in the boat, and this may be coming forward as a new opportunity in work or in life in some way. So thank you so much, Pisces. If you enjoyed this, hit that like button, subscribe. Really appreciate you. I'll see you in the next reading.